Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rough Rider Ricky's podcast show. This is Sunday morning coffee and college football talk with your show's host, Rough Rider Ricky, and co-host Blue Collar Vinny. Hi, this is Rough Rider Ricky with BCV for our Sunday morning coffee and college football. Yo, BCV, what's up?
Taste of each.
Kasidish. Hey man, so I understand you had a pack-filled day with family and everything, and really the first week of college football was on the DVR for you.
Yeah,
Late
yeah.
night DVR.
I get a phone call yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And they were saying they were just going to go to Six Flags here in town, right?
Okay.
It's just a little park, you know. And
Yeah.
then they called back and he goes, "We change of plans." And, I didn't even know we were going with them at that point, Six Flags or anything. And he goes, "We're going to take a ride into Tulsa." And I'm going, "Oh, I hate it." And Debbie goes, "Why?" I says, "Because I spend all this time in the car." And I said,
Well,
"Nah."
not only that, how about your first chance never working on a Saturday to watch some college football at home and relax?
Right?
How about that getting kibosh?
So I wore out my phone, just watching. And then I got home about 10:30, and by the time I settled in and all that, it was just, you know, I didn't even look at the scores, bro. I pulled up my computer, read about some games that I was very interested in, some teams that, I thought were going to do a little better than what they actually did. Blows my mind as I'm looking at it this morning. And then again, I laugh because, a lot of these guys, I don't know why they give them a couple warm up games for a schedule. If you're gonna play. Especially when we're gonna move on to that 12-team playoff. If you're gonna do that, man, you gotta beef up strength of schedule. You just
Well,
have to.
yeah, I think you're right. I think if you want to be a championship team and say you're a championship team, then you have to play championship quality teams. Okay, as I'll say it. I'll go after my team, Ohio State, playing Arkansas State. I'm not gonna down the MAC. The MAC has some great teams in it and some of those conferences, but yeah, they do pick some warm up games, and definitely you seen that yesterday. So let's start off with number 25 BYU. Okay, they were playing here in Florida against South Florida, and BYU blew it out early in the first quarter. South Florida never had a chance. Then we go into Houston playing UTSA, and that fared to be a great game. They matched up well against each other, went into three overtimes, and
Yes.
yeah, so that fared well. That was a good game to watch. Whoever watched that game, I did not. But looking at the highlights, the box score, and everything, they fared well, matched well. That was a good opening game. That was nice. 23 and 22. When are they playing? I don't. Um,
23 there, Ricky lost yesterday.
they lost yesterday. Then why aren't they
They
on a?
lost. They are with number 19.
They played number 19, 23 and 19 played. What was that game then?
That
Zippy.
was Arkansas and Cincinnati Bearcats.
So why is that? That's a huge game.
That's a big game. Cincinnati played real well last year.
Here it is. Okay, they went. Okay, so 23 is down with 19. That's what happened there.
Right.
Cincinnati started slow with that new quarterback transfer from East Michigan, but they figured it out coming out of halftime. Of course, they always make their adjustments and everything. Arkansas, with that quarterback they have, I don't know if they're going to. Do you think they're going to be anything in the SEC? Any trouble? You think they're going to,
No.
be a possible team that could upset you? Because they're looking past you. You think
Well,
Arkansas is that this year? with their quarterback, or do you think
No, no,
there's something else other than that?
no, man. You still got to wait for their coach to do a little better on his recruiting. I mean, they're getting a good, solid core, but they just got to build a better team around their
Okay,
guy. Okay,
all right.
are you kidding?
Then we move into this was actually a Thursday night game or a Friday night game. Thursday night, number 22, Wake Forest over VMI. Um, Wake Forest is a tough team to be reckoned with
They
in
are.
the ACC. They always have been. The past couple years, they're doing real good. The Demon Deacons, their their offense is putting up some points and some yardage, and they're I think in the ACC they got some competition now. It's not just one sided like it used to be.
No, you're exactly right. All
Yeah,
right, man. So, a little bit. So,
we go back to the SEC here.
did you talk about Wisconsin at all?
No, not yet. Wisconsin's coming up, right? Number 18. We're at 21 with Ole Miss and Troy.
Okay.
Again, Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, right? You know,
Hyper, hyper coach, baby. He's a
yeah,
hyper coach.
he does. He's very vocal, very vocal. I think Troy was a warm up game for him, but Troy, hung in there for a little bit. But,
Yeah, they did.
Ole Miss, yeah, just too tough. Kiffin's got some experience and everything coaching and all that. Staying with the SEC, we're into Kentucky versus a MAC school, Miami of Ohio. Um, really close all the way through halftime, right? Kentucky comes out, makes their adjustments. That's why I say the MAC conference, that it's a tough conference. It's not a laydown. Okay.
Oh,
Um,
the MAC conference? No,
yeah,
no. You got
it's
some
it's not
tough
a
teams,
laydown.
man.
Yep.
They've been recruiting a lot better players as years gone by, and their program has been better financed than that now, and those teams are becoming lot better, a lot
Yep.
better. I
Yes, they are.
mean, now let's go with Wisconsin and Illinois
Up
State.
there, you go.
Number
So,
18, Wisconsin's always tough, man. They'll play
do you
their
really
Big Ten
think you
teams
can?
tough.
Do you think you can tell against Illinois State how tough
No,
they
you
were?
can't tell against Illinois State, but if you looked at the
Okay,
team, man, you had low penalties, low mistakes. So, they play as a core.
that's a good coach team. Okay, they got good coaching staff. Their defensive coordinator's been there for years. He won't leave. Okay, he's really good. But I'm just Illinois State. It's a warm up game. I really can't say
Sure.
how Wisconsin's going to fare against Michigan, Penn State. Penn State looked tough Thursday night. They did.
Uh,
They got that quarterback Clifford, who's what is he, like a 7-8 year senior? I mean, how the hell does this guy stay in school and keep
he's going to retire his career
playing?
as,
Yeah, no doubt.
in college, man.
All right. Well,
To
we're
be,
not
to
talking
be,
about them yet, so let's go to the
all right.
Hurricanes.
So you got Miami, Florida. Miami,
Yeah,
Florida,
you talk about Miami because I hate Miami, Florida, and
Miami, they play with an attitude, the
yeah,
Hurricanes. They always did.
I'm glad they got rid of
Uh,
that turnover chain. I'm glad they did that.
but these guys play with an attitude no matter who they play, how you play them, or whatever. They're there to pound you, pound you, pound you, beat you, play dirty, throw some penalties, and they're going to win a game. Everybody's talking that they're going to be a lot better this year than they've been the past 7 years. We're going to find out. But the team to talk about Chiefs is this one coming up right now. Lincoln Riley's debut at USC and bringing his boy Caleb Williams with him. I believe Caleb played a clean game, no interceptions. I think he tossed for two TDs. You know, for a little bit there, Rice was hanging it tough in the first quarter, and then it just went all there from there. USC 66, Rice 14. NC State.
Hang on. Caleb Williams was 19 of 22, 249, two touchdowns with a quarterback rating of 95.2.
Yeah, he's a stud. He's a stud.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. So now we're moving into, hold on here. Let's get back. NC
NC
State and East
State.
Carolina. East Carolina blew that game on so many different levels. I mean, they outplayed them. They hung in there tough. They were down. They were getting beat up, but they came. Yeah, they came back. Yeah, there was just a couple breaks that just didn't go their way. But North Carolina State is lucky to come out of that one with a W.
All right, my friend, we're coming in the top 10. All right.
Well, hang on a second. Before we get to the top 10,
What do you
do
got?
you see anything out of the first 15, 25 to 10 that you might go, they shouldn't be there?
That shouldn't be there?
Yep.
Well, Cincinnati took a dive, so,
No,
you'll
no, no. Hang on. They're 23. All they did is they lost a couple defensive guys and Desmond Ritter. Don't
understand.
they made it to the playoffs? The only out of top 20 out of top five Power Five conference to do that. So coming to 23, that's good. Okay, I'm talking. As you go up. All right. How about NC State, the one we just talked about?
You don't
At
think
thir-
they should be
at
there?
13, at 13, you really think they should be there?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. So
I
then
do.
let's go. All right. Let's move into the top 10 then. You're talking Baylor and Albany. What do you think of that game? I'm not even going to talk about that one. Once again, Albany, a school like that, they got to be signing these contracts for the money for their school.
Of course
Taking
they are.
on taking on Baylor, top 10 team, but
Of
yeah,
course they are.
they're not even in the same realm of Baylor, and
All right,
that's a
another.
C. Go ahead. This one's you. Blue collar Vinny's from Oklahoma. He's gonna take it. He's gonna take it in.
This is another game that everybody was watching. New coach, new quarterback, and they actually played well. They gelled well. I think Oklahoma's going to be a tough team to watch this year.
You think, huh? You think they're gonna?
I, I think they are. So,
All right. So let me
but
ask you this.
yes,
Let, let me ask you this about Oklahoma. With Lincoln Riley leaving and 8 players leaving with him, the new coach coming in, you know how like sometimes when a coach gets fired or leaves, a new coach comes in, they have success for a couple of years, and they go, "Oh, that's because of recruiting and the team that the previous coach built. All you did was took it over." Do you feel that's Oklahoma, or with the turmoil, the transfers, and all the coaching staff and the new players and everything? You think it's Brent Venable's team now? You think
oh,
if
this
they
is
do something, it's because of him, or do you
it's
still think it's the remnants of Riley for the
it, it,
first year?
no, it's totally new coach.
So it's Venables then. You're
Yeah,
going with
yes,
it's a new team because of all the turnover and the portal, and you're saying Oklahoma's to be reckoned with, and it's because of who they got and the new coach.
and he had no qualms about starting a freshman that looked really well yesterday. That's all I got to
Seriously,
say about that team.
I thought
Yes.
he played Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel's a transfer from UCF.
Well, they were talking at game time starting a freshman.
Yeah, but
I
Venables
was on
played.
I was on the road, so I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Ouch. Little misinformation there from Vinny. Little misinformation. All
Eh,
right.
it
Here,
happens.
that's right.
Here's your favorite team coming up here, Ricky.
Yeah, fuck you. We don't give a damn about the whole state of Michigan.
Well,
Colorado State, really? Seriously? Colorado State. Come on. Quarterback
uh,
controversy, khakis. It's all bad. The guy had success last year because of his team. He doesn't have the same team that he had last year. He's got a good team. He does. He has a good team. They will be a force to be reckoned with, but it is not that same defense that he had last year. He had some studs that were there and they left. They went to the pros.
I'm going to say this all season on this
Say
team
it.
when we get to this team. They can be number 8, number 6, number 3, number 2, but they have to play Ohio State and win.
It goes right. The championship goes through Columbus. There you go.
Kabish,
Big Ten.
kabish,
Kabish.
kabish. So do I worry about number 8? Nope, because number 8 still got to play number 10.
Number 8 has to play Ohio State. Florida, Utah. Man, did Cam Rising, did he lose the game for his team trying to be the hero? I don't know if you saw the game, if you know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm
Tell
talking
us,
about?
tell us what you're talking about.
Utah played Florida tough, man. The whole way. Florida had a good fourth quarter, but Utah had them. And um, on the last drive, Utah was in the red zone, a few seconds left, and instead of trying for a field goal to tie it, they put it in Rising's hand, and he threw an interception in the end zone.
Oh, that's got to be hating.
Yeah, it is. I'm just he tried forcing it in. His receiver was behind 3 Gator defenders. I don't know what he was thinking. He should have put it at the feet, lived to play another down. And he forced the ball. I say Utah, you players and everything, you had that game. You could have beat Florida, stayed in the top 10, but your quarterback made a poor decision. He's
Right?
your leader. He's your leader. You stand behind him. That's what you do. But guys, we understand. Yeah, that whole team played tough, and it came down to. They always say it in the movies and on ESPN, everything. Put the ball in your leader's hands at
That's
the end
it.
to win the game. You're a
That's why,
hero or a zero, and
that's why you
unfortunately,
got a leader.
Cam Rising last night was the zero. Man, Texas A&M and Sam Houston. Seriously, Sam Houston, come on! You're
Sam
playing
Houston.
you're playing a college that has a guy's name, Sam Houston.
I thought he was an actor. I thought he was an actor. I didn't know he
There
played
you go.
football.
That's Jimbo Fisher beating his chest, and he only won by 31 points. Jimbo Fisher, quit beating your chest, play football, and you're the most overrated team on this fucking college
So,
football schedule.
so let me get this right. Okay, the Sam Houston, right? He's an actor. So you had 11 guys versus one guy on offense. 11 guys versus one guy on defense, and all they could muster up was 31 points. Come
They
on.
had to kick a field goal. That one guy stopped him from getting in the end zone one time.
Sam Houston must be a tough guy, buddy.
He is a tough guy.
Maybe I'll watch Sam play football next week.
I think we should let that be our feature game. All right, we're not going to talk about the number 5 team at this point because we'll do that in a couple minutes. Let's go back to the national champs, reigning national champs at number 3 playing Oregon. Man, here's the worst team there is, and I'm sure everybody's thinking I'm going to say Georgia. Man, it was Oregon. Oh my God, the new coach and the
Is he that
just
bad?
what a terrible outing. Oh my God, coming in at number 11, you guys are a joke. You are not the team of last year. You are not the Oregon team of last year. and
Seriously, huh?
they didn't get in the end zone. Bo Nix is the transfer from Auburn. Man, he was tossing up picks left and right. I think he was the best quarterback Georgia had on the field yesterday.
Serious.
Yeah, man. Even the commentators were going with Bo Nix. We seen this at Auburn. We seen this at. I mean, the guy's just throwing up passes. Then he gets down on one knee and prays for his team to catch it.
Well, that's fucking crazy.
All right, here comes the
Number
top
one.
two top two teams in the country: Ohio State and Alabama. Ohio State, you know what? They had a lackluster performance. Their offense was out of sync from the whole from the get go, right? From play one, their offense was out of sync. I don't. They say, oh, because Jackson Smith, a Jigma, got hurt on his first play of the game. I don't believe that. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened in that game. I watched every bit of it, and I'm going to tell you, Marcus Freeman had his freaking team, the Fighting Irish, pumped up and believing that they could come in to our house and push us around, and that's what they fucking did. That's what they did. Okay, you give kudos, man. Notre Dame, you got something to look forward to. You got something to look forward to. Okay. And man, I am impressed. My hat goes off to Notre Dame Fighting Irish for coming into the horseshoe and getting up for that game and playing the way they did. I
They
mean,
look
I
good, huh?
yeah, I am the biggest Ohio State fan there is. Well, second biggest, my mailman. I went out there to brag because he's an Ohio State fan. And I bought him an Ohio State emblem for his vehicle for Christmas, and he really loved it. So I told him about the Rutgers game I'm going to, and he goes, "Man," he goes, "I got season tickets, bro." He goes, "Sit down." Like, no way, man. My mailman.
Seriously, huh?
Yeah, he's got season tickets. He goes row one, right behind the visitors bench, man. I'm like, you're a dick. Get the hell out of here. Give me my mail. Give me my. But no, no, no. Don't change the subject, man. Marcus Freeman, you Notre Dame fans, man, you guys got something to look forward to there. You guys deserved that number 5 rating coming into the preseason in the first game. It's just too bad that you had to play Ohio State. I'm not getting off Ohio State after that. Let me tell you something. The defense won this game. The offense didn't win the game. The defense did. All right. I am so happy. I am so happy. Man, all the questions were answered. Man, this defense was stout and it's only going to get better. It's
How'd
only
the
going to get better.
how'd the running attack look?
That's what won the game. That's what won the game. We had a we in the third quarter, we took a 75-yard drive down with, some passing and running. And then the start of the fourth quarter, our next drive, we went 96 yards and we pounded the ball with Mayan Williams. He beat the. I mean, our offensive line said, you know what, man, we're taking control of this game, and I don't care what you did to us at the beginning to throw us off. We're on schedule now, and they took that drive and they punched it in at the end and put that dagger right in right in the heart of Notre Dame.
Wow.
That drive, yeah, that drive early in the fourth quarter took them out.
Okay.
It took out Notre Dame, but man, Notre Dame's got a tough team. They played up to national championship level. I don't
Right.
believe they're there yet. They make it to the playoffs, but they're not. They don't have what it takes to get over that edge yet. But they will. They will, especially when it goes to a 12 team system. They'll be able to get in. Um, what Ohio State takeaways are is the same thing with CJ Stroud. You pressure that man, he folds like a card table, man. He
Still,
folds like
huh?
Yeah, he folds like a card table. Man, he had a senior receiver, he had a couple freshman receivers, and then he had uh, Marvin Harrison Jr. and everything, and he could not get his passing game going.
Just,
It
just,
was
just couldn't get it in the basket, huh?
well, they played him. They played a two deep safety, and the guys wouldn't sit in the zone underneath.
Gotcha.
He couldn't get between the linebackers and the safety. He couldn't at all. He could never get there. And that struggled. And that's what happened with Oregon last year. That's what happened with Michigan last year. But something different that I seen is our defense, right? Notre
Better?
Dame Notre Dame didn't score anything in the second half, and
Yeah, we shut him
but
down.
dude, better, yeah, but hands down. Jim Knowles coming in for Ohio State. That's what's going to take this team to Alabama this year, and that's what's going to stop Bryce Young
All right,
because
cool.
by the time we get there, we're going to have everything worked out
All
on
right.
defense as far as the little indiscretions that are happening right now.
All right.
So, Ohio State fans, you do have something to look forward to. It was a tough game, and you got to give all the credit to Notre Dame coming into the shoe and doing what they did. But the difference is the defense. That's why we won. That's why we got a W versus an L.
Good deal.
Go
All
for
right.
it.
All right there, Triple R Rough Rider Ricky. Let's go down our top 25 now to
Well,
see
hang on.
where
You got Alabama. You really do we have to say anything about Alabama? 55-0 over Utah
55,
State. I
55
told you
none.
Utah State was a crap team.
Well, I figured they'd have played a little better.
Yeah, you
I
can't.
very seriously did.
Man, Alabama's a stout team. Nobody can take that away from them. They reload every year, okay, with top players. But you know what? They're not invincible, okay? They can lose, all right?
Always.
Anybody can lose at any time. So the top 25, I'm going to keep, obviously the ones that lost, Cincinnati, I'm going to put them, I'll switch them out with like Houston or a BYU, right? Move them up. Old Miss, I'm not going to move up. Arkansas, I'm not going to move up. Kentucky, you might go up a couple spots. Wisconsin, Miami, USC, they're all going to make some moves. NC State's probably going to drop. But other than that, the ones that won are going to keep their positions. So, what do you think? Say it.
I was kind of hoping somebody would drop enough to let Tennessee move up in the top 25. Because I don't
Tennessee
know.
will be there. They'll be there. They will. They'll be there, but not this week. Next week, I guarantee you they'll be there.
All right. All right, Rick, that was nice football talk. How's your coffee?
My coffee's good. So, what's your takeaway overall? Who's the goat out of all? Not the greatest of all time. Who's the fucking jackass? Sorry about that.
The jackass?
Yep, of the weekend games. Who's the jackass? Well, that's an unfair question. BCV really didn't have a chance to watch all the
Damn.
games.
Oh, so I can't
Okay,
really.
so I'll call it. I'm going to call it right now. How about Iowa versus San Diego State?
All right, let's hear it.
The score was 7-3. Uh, Nobody scored a touchdown. Nobody scored a touchdown. How could the score be 7-3? Two field goals and two safeties. No response to that, PCV?
Two field goals is 6, and two safeties is 4. So
Right.
that's 10.
No. San Diego State had three,
Ah,
so they got one field goal.
okay, I got you.
Iowa had a field goal and two
And two
safeties.
safeties.
Okay, first downs the whole game. First downs the whole game. Iowa had 10, San Diego State had 6. Total yards for the game. San Diego State had 120, Iowa had 166. Are you kidding me?
You kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
That's the jackass game of the week. Whoever bought tickets to that game and whoever went to that game, whoever broadcast that game, man, they had a piss poor game to watch and see. Terrible, terrible, terrible. All right, that's it, man. We got a Clemson game tomorrow night, and I do believe there is another college football game tonight. BCV. We're going to call it. We're going to head out. That is our Sunday morning coffee episode there, silly boy.
Ciao.
Ciao.